Wrestlepalooza wasn't good. I'm trying to not be so negative in this video, but I really did not enjoy it. It felt forced. It felt like it was just wedged in there, and it, to me, was pointless, honestly. And I think it was the way that they kind of built it up. They made it seem way more hype than it was. Like, they were making us believe, like, oh, there's gonna be surprises, and there wasn't. I think the surprise was Stephanie McMahon getting into the 2026 Hall of Fame, which was a good moment, a cool moment. Taker announced it, and it was cute. She clearly didn't know it was going to happen, but that was about it. Let's talk about Wrestlepalooza and my opinions on it. I will try not to be super negative, but I'm going to warn you now. I did not like it at all. So let's get into it. The first match was Brock Lesnar and John Cena, and it was essentially a squash match. Like, it was super quick. I don't know. I really thought John would win. I don't know why. Maybe that's my fault. Because we only have, like, what, 6 appearances of John Cena left, so I thought this would be his time to beat Brock Lesnar. He didn't, not even close. I think he had a short few seconds in there where he was getting his moves in, but Brock Lesnar hit like 6 F5s in a row, pinned him, and done. Over. I figure maybe the Brons would come out, or Paul Heyman, because Brock went up to him and said that they needed to talk in the SmackDown. Paul Heyman announced Brock. He interrupted Alicia and announced him, but that was it. Not that I feel like Brock needs interference to win a match, but I just thought that interaction meant maybe something was there. But no, it was just a squash match, essentially. John Cena's entrance was really cute. A bunch of kids came out with him. It was a happy moment. And then a lot of kids cried in the crowd of what happened next. But yeah, I was quite shocked with that, with how it ended and how quick it was, and being a squash match. So we didn't start off strong, in my opinion. That's where it all started going downhill for me. Then we had the Usos and Bron, which I assumed Bron was going to win. But I thought maybe there would still be more tension between Jimmy and Jay. And that's kind of, they wouldn't be on the same page, and that's kind of how Bron would win. I was very distracted during this match and a little bit of the next match, because as I was streaming, my Twitch channel got suspended, and I was kind of panicking over that. But lesson learned. I showed like 10 seconds of the show, not consecutive seconds. But I just wanted to show people how bad my quality was, because it was super pixelated. Now I know not to do that, because Twitch's AI will get you. But I was kind of freaking out for that, so I'll be honest, I wasn't paying full attention to this match. But I did at the end, and Jay cut himself open with a chair on accident, and it looked so bad. And I'm assuming it did not end the way it was supposed to, because you can hear LA Knight saying to Braun Breaker to spear him. So I don't know if that's how the match was originally supposed to end, but maybe a little later. But Jay was gushing. Like, he needed to be seen. It wasn't going to stop, and it was all in his face, and it happened so fast. And I think LA Knight made the right call, if that's how it went down. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt, maybe, because it obviously did not end the way it was probably supposed to because of that accident, which is fine. But it's like Raws for the past how many weeks now have been ending with Bron going on a rampage after the match. But I can't hold this to them, because maybe something was supposed to happen after, and it just couldn't, and that's fine. From what I saw, Bron didn't really do any shenanigans. There really wasn't much. It was just a match, and I guess it just doesn't feel like anything story-wise kind of progressed anywhere. But again, I was a little distracted, so I can't speak much on that match. Just, it did not end the way it probably was supposed to, so I can't really hold much against them on that. But the next match, Io versus Steph, I'm probably going to be in the minority here, and that's okay. I don't like that Stephanie won, and I'm going to tell you why. Not because I'm not a fan of Stephanie. I do like Stephanie, and she is so good. I wanted her to have a belt. It's just there was zero build. Zero. We haven't seen Stephanie on TV very much for weeks, I think. And it's I'm trying not to be too negative, but it just felt like the belt was handed to her. And I don't even like to say that because she is an amazing wrestler. She really is. But it's just like she just came in and got it. No questions asked. And I don't like the fact that she was able to just beat Io cleanly. I said it was her first time, but somebody corrected me and said they've wrestled before, but I guess their DQ ending. I don't remember those, but it feels like she just walked in, beat Io very easily. And you're telling me that can happen, but Rhea Ripley, the strongest, most dominant woman, in my opinion, on the roster, can't beat Io or hasn't been able to beat Io. It doesn't make sense in my brain. I would have accepted Stephanie winning if there was interference. Like if Asuka had come out and interfered in some way, and then like Rhea comes out and it's just this whole thing. I don't think if Stephanie won by interference, I don't think Stephanie would have been happy, and I don't think Io would have been happy. But it could have built a little bit more there, a little bit more sustenance of something. But it was just a clean match and Stephanie won. No build up. No nothing. I guess I hate the fact that they made me not care that Stephanie has a belt now. And I am such a big fan of Stephanie, but I don't feel anything. Like she won the belt and her dad was there, and that was a cute moment. I do love that. But it just felt like they gave her the belt for her to have a moment. Does that make sense? Like it wasn't for any story or anything to do with that side of it. It was just more of, oh, she's good, let's give her her moment, and it's nothing to do with the fans or the storytelling. So I'm just torn. I really don't like it, and I'm trying to see the other side of it. In my brain, it doesn't make sense. It was just forced, and I think I did see that Triple H said that maybe she was sick or not feeling well. So that's why there was no build up. And I'm just like, okay, that's fine. But maybe we don't do it yet then. Maybe we wait until there is a build up. So we can have people actually care that she won the belt. I mean, according to Twitter, everyone's super thrilled. And I think I'm alone on this island. But I don't know. I just feel like it could have been done different in some way, shape, or form. It felt forced. It felt like it was just handed to her. And it was a moment for her as a person, not for wrestling or the story. But one thing I can say positively is it was a good match. The wrestling aspect of that match was amazing. Chef's kiss. Both of those ladies are excellent wrestlers, and they put on a good show. Just everything else wrapped up in it, I'm not on board with. So, wasn't a fan of that, sadly. However, the next match, the mixed tag match, to me, was match of the night. Easily, hands down, no questions asked. I don't know why it wasn't the main event, to be honest. But that match was so good. It was so good. There was nice bits of humor trickled into. I loved how scared Becky was to face AJ, because AJ didn't get tagged in for quite a while. They were keeping Punk away from tagging her in. But there was a good amount of humor. The wrestling was good. The storytelling was good. AJ looked amazing. I didn't watch her wrestle previously, but it looked like she hasn't missed a step. Hasn't been gone for 10 years, that's for damn sure. It was so good. It was so good. The only thing that I kind of wanted to happen, I wanted Seth and Becky to win, at least the first time. I want like the end goal to be AJ versus Becky for that Intercontinental belt, because I think AJ would be like the perfect person to take that from Becky. But with how it ended, you could still get there easily, because AJ did make Becky tap with her Black Widow move. So AJ could go and say, hey, I made Becky tap. I deserve a title shot now. So I think either way we could have got there. I just kind of wanted the heels to win first to kind of make the story longer, just because I enjoyed the story a lot. And maybe they do continue it some way. I don't know. But overall, that was the best match. That was so entertaining. The wrestling was good. The humor was good. It was all good. It should have been main event, because the next match was Drew and Cody. That was the main event, and I don't know why it was. I really don't. I was like, okay, since the mixed tag isn't main event, then something has to be happening between Drew and Cody. Something crazy, or just something big is going to happen. Like maybe my fingers were crossed for Randy Orton to come out and turn heel or something. But nothing happened. It was just a match. Cody won. That's all. That's all, folks. Cody was like suffering a brain injury due to previously, but before he left for a little bit, when Drew like kicked him into the announcer's table. I think that's kind of the story they were going, and that's kind of what he was quote unquote suffering with throughout the match. But I don't know. Maybe my expectations were too high, because I just really, the way that they advertised this show, it was going to be amazing. We were going to be surprised and shocked, and I wasn't. I wasn't at all. The most shocking thing that happened was Jay cutting his head open on accident. But maybe I missed something. Please let me know. Maybe there was a story progression somewhere, or something I missed that made it more than what it was. But to me, personally, it felt like a Saturday night main event. Changed the name to Wrestlepalooza to spice it up a little bit. They just kind of put all of the stories on pause, made these matches. Didn't really mean anything. Nothing really happened. You had to pay like $30 for ESPN. It was not worth $30 in my opinion. Whatever you have to pay for ESPN wasn't worth it. Yeah, I'm really trying to see positives here, and I don't. Like, the wrestling in and of itself, it was good wrestling. But for a PLE, for the hype that they gave it, no, it didn't add up in any way, shape, or form. It felt like a forced PLE wedged in there to compete with the AEW show. It just pointless. It felt pretty pointless to me, unfortunately. I was expecting a little more just from the hype that they were building up. Oh, and Pat McAfee. I think he was also a hype factor, which I was excited to see him back. I do like Pat McAfee on commentary. But then somewhere in there, he left. I didn't even notice until somebody in my chat said, "Where's Pat?" And I'm like, oh yeah. One, I kind of forgot he was here, and he just slipped out, I guess. And maybe that happened whenever I was dealing with my Twitch stuff. But he just, kind of peaced out. I'm like, why wouldn't you be there for the whole show? I'm so confused by that. But one thing I did love, and it made me giggle, was the announcer table. It got smashed. And then it even went to like ad breaks, and no one built their table back up or gave them a new table. So Wade and Michael Cole are just sitting there in their chairs with their papers and stuff on their laps the rest of the show. And granted, I think it happened in the mixed tag match, so it's not like they were the majority of the show without a table. But I even think I saw in there that the Spanish announcers were just gone. I don't know when they disappeared, but their table wasn't in pieces. I don't recall. So I don't know where they went or why. I don't know. Saying all of that, it kind of seems a little messy, but I just thought, I thought it was funny. Just Wade and Michael Cole just sitting there with their table in pieces and still commentating, still getting through it, but I don't know. I would love to know your thoughts on Wrestlepalooza. If you enjoyed it, if you didn't, what was your favorite match? Let me know down below. And until then, I'll see you in the next video.